Talk to him. I say the word trunk. What do you think of? A car? Okay. What else? Elephant? What else? Treasure chest? What else? See what I'm saying? Trunk. A tree, someone said. So see, it's got all those connotations to it. How many would agree with me? Someone has made a comment to you through the day. You didn't really pay much attention to it at the time. But as you're driving off the parking lot, or later on that afternoon or evening, you get to think about it, and you go, what do they mean by that? And oftentimes, what they meant and the way I took it is totally different. Totally opposite. So, the preacher saying, think is not strange. Concerning the fiery trial, not just the trial. But what kind of trial? Fire. I don't know about you, but there's a difference between a trial and a fire trial. Is that a fair statement to make? There's a difference between being short $5 and being short $100. Think it not strange, the fiery trial, which is to try. Now who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? The blood. Think it not strange. Another question. Why is it when we go through stuff that we have a tendency to look to heaven and say, why me, Lord? Why couldn't this be him? Am I right about it? Why couldn't this be her? I live in a much better life than they are. Think it not strange. The fiery trial, not just a trial. I've been through a trial, and I've been through a fiery trial. Fiery trials are much more difficult to get through. Think it not strange. Concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing has happened to you. But rejoice. Everyone say rejoice. Brother Ron Carr, Sunday school class this morning, he began the class with a question, what should be the difference between the believer, what should be the difference between the Christian and the world? I mean, there should be a difference between the believer and the world. Would you agree with that? In the midst of the storm, he says, but rejoice. Inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with what kind of joy? See, let me submit this. Brother Bruce, a trial will produce joy. Could produce joy according to the word. Should produce joy according to the word. But a fiery trial produces what? Exceeding joy. So we've got a trial and joy at the end. If it's a fiery trial, then we have exceeding joy at the end. How many would agree with me this morning that I've got some exceeding joy on the way? Because it hadn't been a trial. It's been a fiery trial. You may be glad with exceeding joy. Weeping may endure for the night, but what comes in the morning? Joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye. Now, I'm going to level with this just for a moment here. If we be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye. For the Spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But, everyone say but. We better circle that, we better underline that. That kind of goes on with Chronicles said, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves, seek my face, turn from their wicked way. It begins with that little word if. You circle that word, underline it, highlight it, if my people. But, he says, let none of you suffer as a murderer. My God, he's talking to the church. A thief, an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Are you telling me he is equating being a busybody in other men's matters along with a murderer, a thief, an evildoer? Church, I'm just a messenger. Part of my notes that I'm not going to share today, I'll save for another time. Part of my notes is this. There are people who are suffering, who don't have to be suffering, because we're. Everybody say, I love you, Pastor. I'm about to feel real lonely. Some of us are suffering because we're walking around with bitterness, strife, jealousy, anger. Let me look this way. Bitterness, wrath. I've seen it. Pastors, am I telling the truth? We can't walk around with bitterness, anger, malice, strife, jealousy, hatred. Get rid of that stuff. Hey, I got thoughts and I got issues, and you know most of them, and they know just about all of them. Well, I can honestly tell you, I can learn my lesson that way. I refuse to walk around with all that stuff inside of me. I made a decision a long time ago. Let it go. Now, do I still battle with it? Absolutely. I'm human just like you are. I'm going to choke a man on a parking lot just this week. And yet we run around with stuff, oh, woe is me, oh, the devil. The devil didn't have you, we bring it on ourselves. The devil gets credit for a lot. The devil gets credit for a lot more than he should be getting credit for. Some of this, that old 1% the devil made me do it. No, about half my stuff, the devil didn't make me do it. I just made a decision on my own to do it. Please help me put that right out there and just think about it. That's a word for one that just Pastor Sewell today. Let stuff go. Everybody say, let it go. Let it go. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, so see there's a difference. We're suffering over here as a murder, thief, evildoer, busybody. That's one thing. But if we suffer as a Christian, they cannot be ashamed, but let him glorify God on this behalf. Glorify God. I'm truly suffering for Jesus. I need to lift both hands and say, glory to God. So where is God when I'm going through stuff? He's in the same place that he is for the good times. Same place. He's the God of the good times, and he's the God of the bad times. I didn't say it was easy, I said it was truth. Turn with me, please, to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 32. Hebrews 11, verse 32. Hebrews 11:32. And what shall I more say? I'm going to tell you enough just in these next few sentences that to prove the point. They stopped the mouths of lions. Woo, everybody shout, glory to God. Look, oh, we can shout, glory to God. Look what they did through faith. Is that what the word says? Through faith. Subdued kingdoms. Not little bitty city, little bitty town. They subdued kingdoms. Wrought righteousness. Obtained promises. Stopped the mouths of lions. Quenched the violence of fire. Are you kidding me? Escaped the edge of the sword. Out of weakness were made strong. They waxed valiant in fight. Turned to flight the armies of the aliens to their faith. Women received their dead. Women received or saw their dead raised to life again. How was all of that accomplished, church? Through what? Through their faith. Look at this. We'd all shout glory to God if we just had half of that manifested in our own walk with God. But let's keep reading. Everybody say, but others. Oh, come on, man. It's good to get up here. Everybody say, but others. But others were tortured. Not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. Others had trial of cruel mockings, scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. Through faith. Through faith. One more time, please, let me say through faith. Not because they were vagabonds and wanderers and sinners and through faith, tortured. Trials of cruel mockings and scourgings, bonds, imprisonment. Through faith they were stoned. They were sown, there it is, Pastor Bob, they were sown asunder. Who said that? By faith. I don't know if I want that kind of faith. I'm not sure I want this kind of faith. If you want that kind of faith, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Sown asunder, tempted, slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskin, goatskin, destitute, afflicted, tormented. I mean, what's not after that thing? Of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts, mountains, dens, caves of the earth. Woo, what faith. The Pharisees would look at those folks and say, what kind of head seed you got? Right about there? Oh, yeah, that's what's going on. You know, hey, man, God, man, faith, when are you going through that? And these all, everyone say all. Come on, and all, having obtained a good report, all obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise, God had provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. David said, I was envious